you believe? That is the question, because the dream is very, very much alive. The Hawthorn Footy Club go to Adelaide next Friday night to take on a shell-shocked Port Adelaide Footy Club. And, my word, Adelaide Oval next Friday, they'd be nervous.
Absolutely. The way the draw's lined up, Gaz, it's given them a big opportunity, because essentially they're going to play at their home ground for 3 out of the 4 finals if they can keep winning. Obviously, they go to Adelaide next week. They knock them off back to the MCG, which is their home ground against Geelong.
I don't think they do. I don't think the only time you're going to see them back here is on grand final day.
Oh, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah, so it goes the other way.
Mate. Still could do it. Like, just what a... I mean, it was just a significant destruction of a very good opposition who were poor tonight, but you've got to give Hawthorn the credit for that, because the Dogs have been in ripping form up till tonight. So, yeah, it wasn't just in contest, it wasn't just in transition, it was forward, it was back, it was consolidated across the field.
Have a look at those second half numbers there. So it could have been a lot worse for the Western Bulldogs. So they've kicked 7 goals, 12 in the second half. Scores sprint side 50, they're scoring at will in the end. We'll show you some vision a little bit later on about they were almost taking the, out of the game. Plus 20 contested possessions, plus 11 inside 50s. Some of these numbers are off the charts, and this is their first final for half of them.
I think Bucks mentioned it at quarter time or even 3/4 time. It was a really mature way to think through the game. Certainly early on, when the Bulldogs' energy was up, they were able to defend really well, really shut down Hawthorn's ball movement and force them into a game where it really suited the Western Bulldogs. Then after half-time, and this is what they do to teams. If they don't get you early, they'll get you late. And you could just see the way that they were covering the ground, the way that they set up the game, go from inside to out. Spoke again once about their cleanliness. It was just a complete performance of a side who was probably the second hottest team in the competition right now.
All right, let's go back down the ground. We can hear from a man that was always going to have a big say in proceedings, Jack Ginnivan.
Watson's cramping, so that's all right. But Jack Ginnivan's down here as well. Huge result for the footy club. You keep your season alive. Just sum up what just happened out here for us.
Oh, amazing game. The first quarter wasn't on our terms, and we just went back to what we're good at. We got really high and got to go to the back, and our small forwards like this guy took the piss.
Nick, the Wizard, Watson, you've got your own fan club here. I mean, 4 goals for you tonight. How special is this? I mean, your first final in these colours, but you must absolutely love your time at the Hawthorn Footy Club.
Yeah, what a game, honestly. First final. To get this turnout, all the Wizard hats, it's lovely. But I started cramping up in the celebration just before, so I better get off the field now. But what a win. Go Hawks.
And Ginni, you've been here before, of course, at Premiership just last year, but how does this group compare?
Oh, this is so much fun. Everyone's my age, everyone does what I do, celebrate, carries on. I love my forward line. We got a few fossils, Gunners and Bruce keeping us together, but everyone else is so young and so happy, and when this guy's kicking goals, it's so much fun.
There's always scrutiny around every move that you do. Does it get to you, or is it just water off the duck's back?
No, water off the duck's back. I feel like I'm allowed to, go have a few waters, have dinner. I don't know, everyone will keep talking, but I'll just do what I do and just try to have fun and kick goals and, pass them off as well.
I told you it's a big party that's building up here from a Hawthorn Footy Club point of view, and invites are hard to get, but when you're the Prime Minister of the country, there's a fair chance you're going to get yourself down in the rooms. We are told he's been a long-time Hawthorn supporter, Ian Dicker.
Ian Dicker, yeah.
Who's one of the great Hawthorn men of all time, and saved the football club in lots of ways, and now we'll be sitting back revelling in these scenes that we are experiencing here at the MCG. It's extraordinary. We're going to unpack it in a long way, so stay with us. We're going to have a really good look at it. Nick Watson sitting there with the Wizards hat in his first final.
He's not the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which you called him a few weeks ago.
He's earned his hat.
Have you ever, what about Kelsey Deer's interview, have you ever heard an 18-year-old say he's really proud of the boys?
That's right.
It's like he's a dad already.
Yeah. 7 goals between them, 4 to Watson, 3 to Deer in their first elimination final in front of 97,828 people. Sam Mitchell. He's got some good toys to play with here. it is an unfolding story. It has been, well, from halfway through the year. And every time they kept winning, you said, well, this is going to be exciting in the years to come. It's going to, this is for Hawthorn supporters. And, they've been down for so long, by 5 minutes, that they look like they got something. And now they are, hey, I believe.
Do they go favourites next week?
Yeah, they go.
As we sit here,
it should be, absolutely.
The first question we asked was about, 0-5, are you surprised to be here? He goes, yeah, well, I'd be surprised given where we were, but now we're here. I'm hungry for more.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so now it wouldn't be enough. So that's a great attitude to have. It seems like he's just got the right words to describe where Hawthorn are and be satisfied and happy and celebrate what they've achieved, but still to have that edge to go forward.
I feel like they've just embraced it now, guys. So normally, us old schoolers, we'd sit there and go, oh, no, getting ahead of themselves. There's no chance they'll win next week the way they're carrying on. I feel like the Hawthorn now, they just embraced this whole thing. Well, celebrate with the crowd, celebrate with each other. Jack Ginnivan said, so much fun playing with all the younger blokes as well. I think they're just going to keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah, well, we would look like idiots if we were jumping up and down about the way they celebrate, because they back it up.
Followed it through,
So
haven't they?
once you back it up and they back that 7 from 8, then you can do what you want.
Yeah.
Winners are grinners and losers please themselves.
And the only one they've lost, they had destroyed.
Yeah.
They destroyed the Giants for 3 quarters, and I reckon they took their foot off throat for 5 minutes, and the game was gone. And they've learned every way as they've gone through the last 2/3 of the season in particular. And they lost that game to Port Adelaide. I think it was round 10, was it? Round 10. They lost that game to Port Adelaide in the last kick with that Darcy Byrne-Jones toe when they were 3 or 4 goals up.
97-800. I mean, that's the reason a lot of those fans come here. One, because there's probably no other game, but to see the exuberance, to see the celebrations, and I think Sam said it before, as long as it doesn't come disrespectful and you invite everyone in to enjoy the ride, absolutely let them go.
Yeah, and it's a different world we live in these days. We don't want to sound like we're too old, but this is the world that we live in. This is you celebrate, you share on social media.
And you get the followers up on TikTok. I'll go home and I'll just hear first thing in the morning what all those TikToks got for Hawthorn Footy Club for my daughter.
Will you be on it?
No, I'm not going to be on it, Gary. I'll hear all about it, though.
We're going to talk to one of the boys down there in the Hawthorn rooms, but while we wait for them, let's just unpack some of the good stuff and you can celebrate with us. Hawthorn supporters at half-time, we're sort of wondering where the sizzle was, but we then, concede that this is a tough final, it's elimination final, and it was going to take a little bit for it to open up, but when it has, they put all of their skills on display.
This is more like the final that we're accustomed to, aren't we, over the years. Last night was disappointing, really, from the get-go, but this was the arm wrestle early, no question. Then from really halfway through the second quarter, when Hawthorn were able to impose themselves with the game style, and I feel just sitting here in the ground, boys, just the way they were able to make the ground a bit bigger, just able to spread the Western Bulldogs' numbers apart.
Yeah, and I think they'll probably learn a lesson in that first quarter and a bit where they couldn't generate any run. They probably tried to force it a little bit too much. As Ginnivan said after the game, their forwards got a little bit too high, and then you've just got to be patient. In these big games, you don't know when that moment might come. It might come in the fourth quarter next week, but by God, when they get on that run and they find themselves in this sort of space, the other thing that I loved about their small forwards was the way that they shared the ball when they could have had shots of goal, and I think that's a big part of the way that they blend together and the unity that they've got.
So, Ginnivan, a massive part of that, was able to find Watson on a couple of occasions. Watson repays the favour to McGuinness running into an
I think it was a
goal.
Ginnivan to Watson handball to McGuinness.
McGuinness, yeah.
Which, could have easily been a goal for himself, but the unselfish nature bringing people in, I think that celebration's trademarked by Jeremy Cameron, so he might have a lawsuit on his hands there.
Last night.
That was a cup of tea at the London Tavern. 11 points of margin at half-time, and it was a genuine arm wrestle on the play that we thought was as dominant as any was the skipper, who must be a pretty proud old man right now, sitting down those rooms with all these young blokes around him. Ginni Sicily, well done.
Hey, yeah, bloody wrapped, mate. Unbelievable result. I can't really hear that well, but yeah.
That's all right, mate. We just said you must be a pretty happy old man down there with all these young fellas running around. Thought you were outstanding in the first half when it was an arm wrestle, but things opened up. I mean, the celebrations down there are what we've come to expect of this Hawthorn side.
Yeah, I know they probably let themselves down a few times, missed some easy goals out there in the second quarter, but yeah, they love the bright lights, the looks of it. So yeah, we really enjoyed the getting after them today, and I thought our ability to handle their pressure and the midfield battle went such a long way today. Like Jai Newcomb and James Warple, and even Meeky. Like Meeky did such a great job on the ruck, mate. Unbelievable.
Mate, it looks like a bit of a free-for-all in the rooms. You just saw Ginnivan's old man in the back. Tell him to get out of the screen. It's a bit of a free-for-all in there.
Yeah, mate, well, Hilly's here as well. I don't know how Brad Hill weaseled his way in. I think he's trying to come back now after that result. But, yeah, no, it's a good feeling.
So, talk us through the game. It looked like a tight contest in the first quarter. Maybe the conversation that happened at quarter time and how the game broke open and the confidence you boys got from that.
Yeah, look, they really tried to come at us in that second quarter with run and gun and handball, and we just had to stay diligent and play our way and press the game. You know, that's what we're trying to do, really get after the opposition. So when they kept it live and kept it fast, we enjoyed that. But yeah, mate, lost for words, really. Like, we've had our challenges this year, and we've been quick to learn from our mistakes. And yeah, geez, we're into another final.
Sis, I think you're right. You're not going to get finals all your way, and you were able to grind it out in that first half in a different manner. You started controlling clearance a little bit more, even though they won that stat in the first half. But as the game opened up, you're able to intercept, you're able to move the ball and challenge their defence, and really did have your own way in that second half.
Yeah, look, we really pride ourselves on our work rate and supporting the ball carrier. You know, low number, outnumber, getting to contests after clearance. And, yeah, we have a lot of confidence that we can run out games really strongly. And, yeah, we want to play the open side, and we were able to do that for most of the game.
Sis, how's a week for you leading into this game, being the captain of this footy club, not being in this position before? Did you lean on anyone? Did you try and seek advice, or you just tried to keep to yourself and just play the game as it comes, and more so the week as well?
Oh, to be honest, I was just itching at the bit to get out there, you know, like 2 weeks felt like forever to play a game, to play tonight. No, in terms of asking questions of anyone, I just lent on the other leaders. You know, we've got guys that are capable of leading in all lines, and we were just really embracing the challenge and playing Friday night footy, because we haven't been on this occasion for a long time. So really group-led efforts, and yeah, hopefully we can go deep.
James, tell us a little bit about Jack Scrimshaw. I thought he was fantastic this evening. Intercept marks, but just so strong in the contest. He's had a sneaky good year. Probably other guys have got a lot of focus, but what does he mean to you when you've got a bloke like that on either side of you when you're in that back six?
Yeah, to be honest, I think he's probably going to get a little bit more respect that he deserves. You know, a lot of the talk around our undersized keys and are they going to be up for the challenge, and he's been right up to the challenge all year, and he's able to use the ball so well once he does win it. It's pretty that's what's so good about maybe our undersized. Yeah, they might be as tall, but bloody hell, they can use the footy once they win it. But he's had an enormous year. He's been so reliable, and was able to get the job done tonight.
Well done tonight, sis. Do you think you'd be in this situation when you're zipping 5?
Not this quick, mate. No. Said during the week of this year's had the lowest of lows early days, and now it's we're coming to the highest of highs. But I always believed in the vision and sort of the projection that we were on. Full trust in Sam and the football club, and to be happening this quick, mate, I'm sort of pinching myself. It's unreal.
I enjoy it, mate. We appreciate you giving us some time. Can you win the premiership?
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll try.
That's it. It's a great answer. Well done. Enjoy it.